America is advised to wear masks. Colorado is specifically asked to do it by the masked man we believe to be the governor. And I'll have a word about why you and me wearing a mask is not really about you and me wearing a mask. RTD goes fare free for the few people still riding during the outbreak. Colorado's going from record low unemployment to a record high, and the state says there's something businesses can do to help out their former employees. I cannot be the only one having really weird dreams lately.
People grow and they evolve in times of crises. They don't grow and evolve when everything's just going okay.
All right then, let's evolve together on Next.
It's not like masks are new to Colorado. I mean, people were wearing them to rob stagecoaches 150 years ago. But today, right before the CDC made a national recommendation to wear a mask, Colorado Governor Jared Polis came to a podium wearing a mask and asked every Coloradan to do the same every time we leave our houses. Now, not one of those N95 masks or surgical masks. No, we were supposed to save those for the healthcare workers. The governor asked each Coloradan to buy or make a simple cloth mask and to wear it religiously. Now, the health experts will tell us this is mainly in case you have the virus and don't know that you have it, so that you're not able to pass it as easily to somebody else. Now, anyone who knows anything about human behavior knows that it is never easy to be the first person doing something different, which is why the governor is suggesting we kind of make a game out of it.
It's about making it cool so others do it. So get out those old T-shirts, 1998 guacamole champion, it shrunk, you never thought you'd use it again. Get it out of the bottom of your drawer and be creative about making that into a mask. It's human nature to go along with a trend, and as more people start to wear masks, others will follow. Show everybody what you're doing. If you do Twitter or TikTok or Facebook, show folks what you're doing to be clever and cool about wearing masks.
And within minutes of the governor's announcement at a press conference in which he also said that our April 11th statewide stay-home order is very likely to be extended, right after that, out come the federal health officials with a nationwide mask recommendation. So, Coloradans are being asked to do something different and uncomfortable, to wear cloth masks in public. It's uncomfortable because I think for a lot of Americans, we associate seeing those masks with sickness and worry as opposed to good health and reassurance. It's not that way everywhere. We heard Governor Polis today talk about some of the Asian countries that have best fought this pandemic and their strong culture of wearing masks. It's a normal thing to do there. We understand how societal norms work about what we wear. Guys, this is why we don't think twice about doing yard work shirtless, but you throw on a shirt before you go on a walk around the block. It's just how society kind of operates. Let's talk about masks specifically, though. When every American was advised to wear a mask by the CDC today, President Trump said that he was not going to wear one. It's important to remember that health experts say that wearing a mask is not about protecting you, it's about protecting other people. So let's talk about other people. You think that grocery worker face to face with a string of people all day long would like to see you wearing a mask? How about the neighbor with asthma who passes you on the sidewalk? Do you think that person would like to see you wearing a mask? And how about the senior citizen as you're reaching for the same package of toilet paper and you go, no, you have it? Do you think that elderly woman would rather have you wear a mask? Yeah, that's what I think so too. If you want to ask the governor about the mask situation or about any situation in Colorado's current crisis, here is your opportunity. Governor Polis is going to join me for a live statewide town hall Tuesday at 7 p.m. on 9 News. You get to ask the questions, all the questions, so you can record your video question anytime and go to 9news.com/townhall to upload it. Any of your questions about Colorado's COVID-19 outbreak and the response and the economic recovery, I will take them directly to the governor. 9news.com/townhall to send in your question. So typically, if a large business lays off a significant number of employees in Colorado, those employees get 60 days notice and the state also gets notice. Well, that's gone out the window in the current situation. But the state is still getting notice, and that has the potential to help those employees when they try and get unemployment. Marshall Zellinger explains.
Colorado had an all-time low unemployment rate in February, 2.5%, a record low. Now, a record high number of people filing for unemployment benefits.
The week with the highest number of claims during the recession, we had 7,000. Again, we had 60,000 last week alone.
Prior to the stay-at-home orders that have caused businesses to go dark and open signs to turn closed, companies were supposed to notify the state of any mass layoffs for possible retraining of employees. Some still are, and they're recorded on this database. The Broadmoor, 1,400 layoffs, 100 for these Cherry Creek hotels, 81 at Punch Bowl Social, dozens more at multiple car dealerships. From March 17th to yesterday, the state received notice of 6,000 layoffs, just a fraction of the number of people calling for unemployment benefits.
Why we staffed up, doubled our staff in the last few weeks is, we went from seeing about 1,000 calls a day to over 200,000 attempts to call earlier this week.
For businesses on this database that notify the state about mass layoffs, the state is supposed to proactively meet with workers and employers to discuss options before the layoffs happen. That's more difficult with jammed phone lines from thousands of other unemployed workers.
In an ideal world, yes. If your employer is listed on that spreadsheet, we hope by the time you are on the spreadsheet, we've already engaged you for a service.
So what is the purpose of the database in a situation normal? It's really so that the state can talk with the employer. And we've talked about WorkShare before over the last few weeks. Instead of maybe laying everybody off, reduce the hours of a lot of your employees, maybe lay some people off if you have to, but reducing hours allows the person to still have a job, but still get employment split between the employer paying some and the state paying some, Kyle.
And Marshall, it seems like between that idea and between some of these federal small business loans, everything is geared toward how do we get assistance to businesses so that that can pass through to employees so that they can stay up in some form of operation, keep some folks on.
And it would alleviate some of the pressure on the phone lines and the employees answering the unemployment benefits and filing these unemployment benefits on behalf of the now unemployed workers who are jamming the website and the phone lines. It would alleviate some of that.
Yeah, we know that there are some employers out there that are just moving mountains at personal expense themselves to try and take care of people, and I know that everybody in Colorado is appreciative of that. Marshall, thank you. Colorado saw its largest one-day jump in reported COVID-19 cases from Wednesday to Thursday. So here are the new numbers that we have. 445 new cases. That brings us up to more than 4,100 of them. Increases likely due to more testing. Again, testing finds cases. 22,000 tests in all. 111 Coloradans have died. That is an increase of 14 from the latest daily report, and the number of hospitalizations jumped to 823. Parents got the news around midday today that every student in the Denver metro area will not be going back to a classroom for the rest of the school year. So that is DPS, that is Jeffco, that is Cherry Creek, that is Dougco, and so forth. 14 districts made a joint announcement that they will stay on remote learning for the rest of the school year. We are getting some feedback tonight, and it is a bit of a throwback on this Thursday, but still quite relevant to our current situation. So Marshall did a story last month on COVID-19's impact on next year's state budget. Budget year starts in July. So back in December, legislators were told they would have $832 million more to work with than last year. Then a few weeks ago, crisis hits. That shrinks to just $27 million more. A viewer wants to know how the state's estimates change that much. Long story short, we talked to the economist who specifically guides the legislature on this issue, and they said that it's a lot of lost tax revenue from places like restaurants, and the situation is getting significantly worse than it was even a couple of weeks ago. During a Facebook Live today with the head of the Joint Budget Committee, they said that the outlook is off by more than the $800 million.
We originally were looking at possibly having to cut around $750 million. The latest number I've heard is we're going to be looking to cut nearly $2 billion out of the state budget this year.
That is an astonishing amount. We still don't know how exactly that is going to come down. RTD has suspended fare collection for any of the riders that are still on public transportation during the outbreak. They're also going to let people enter the buses from the back instead of the front to keep them more distant from the drivers. So a few of us got talking on social media the other day, early in the morning, after I woke up after a night of crazy dreams, and it turns out that I was not the only one. A ton of you apparently are also having some restless nights, let's say. There's a viewer named Heidi who said that she moved into a new house where she found cats there dressed up like Bob Marley and a Victorian woman. Nadia dreamed that our weather reports were replaced with a velociraptor tracker, which does not seem like the worst idea. And Leanne keeps getting attacked by squirrels in public bathrooms when she goes to sleep. We took all of our messed up sleep stories to a licensed psychotherapist, Katie Mason, who says, "Don't worry, everybody, we're totally normal."
Well, it certainly has been a cruel and constant
Today,
reminder.
Denver was provided some relief on that front, although you're going to see here, Ryan Garrett tells us
positive as well for COVID-19.
We are being called to grow and evolve more, and then our dreams are reflecting that state. We're being bombarded with so much information all the time that it's challenging to discern what is real in some respects. And dreams give us a direct sort of path to our own intuition, to our own healing. As a therapist, I have learned that people grow and they evolve in times of crises. They don't grow and evolve when everything's just going okay. With the surge of collective fear and stress in the environment, that yes, it is making it a charged time to dream, but also a fruitful time. This is good that stuff is coming up in our dreams. Take a deep breath after you have a dream, write it down, and trust that there is some wisdom in it.
Colorado's elected officials have responded to the crisis by modeling how to wear a mask and suggesting that someone spit in their mouth. So, while we're all trying to stay healthy, except for the mouth-spitting mayor guy, some advice on longevity.
What else do you do to stay healthy? To live so long?
Drinking beer, I guess.
I'm ready to cheers to that on a Friday. Grab something out of the fridge and come on back for the rest of Next.
In tonight's edition of Presented Without Comment, it's leadership, Longmont style. Longmont Mayor Brian Bagley is apologizing for his comment at a recent city council meeting in which he said that he wanted someone to spit in his mouth so that he could go to the hospital and prove that he would not die of COVID-19. Notice he's an independent, so neither party can claim him.
Hey there, meteorologist Danielle Grant here on my front porch on a Friday evening. While we did have a little bit of snowfall to wake up to, this afternoon was quite nice. A little bit of sunshine out there, but temperatures still on the cooler side today. If you do want to warm things up, wait till you see my weekend forecast. Today just 41, so numbers running about 20 degrees below our average. Most of the snowfall moving out for us this evening. However, I have been looking at just a little bit of light snowfall coming through Larimer County near Estes Park. Mostly cloudy skies tonight, overnight lows falling into the mid-20s here in Denver, as well as the eastern plains. Futurecast keeping a couple of snow showers in and around I-70 overnight, but by tomorrow morning we wake up, plenty of sunshine out there. Another weak disturbance crosses the metro area tomorrow afternoon. A couple of isolated showers, rain showers, and they quickly move out. Daytime highs tomorrow stay in the upper 50s here in Denver. Again, overall, partly sunny skies and a nice warm up across the eastern plains too. Even up in the mountains should feel pleasant. Don't worry, the weekend looks good and beyond. The 70s with sunshine return early next week.
I think Colorado's kids are going to be okay through this whole COVID-19 business because they're resilient, they're resourceful, and some of them are pretty funny. There's a 7-year-old named Ellis using her copious free time to compose some COVID-19 poetry.
Hi, my name is Alice Friday, and I'm getting COVID-19. Not today. How could you be so sure, you might say? Well, my mom stays home, and my dad stays home, and FaceTiming is the only way I can play. Just kidding. There are many ways to play without COVID-19 in your way. Find some bugs and give them some love, as you wouldn't be here without them. Hey, hey, hey.
Colorado meets your future governor. Elsa's mom says that these days her daughter is really big into writing and bugs. So now it all comes full circle.
Happy 100th birthday, Grandpa! We love you! Happy birthday!
99 birthdays before this one, and not one like this. I promise though, it is not a sad story. This is your good news, and it's next.
Fridays are for your good news, and today's is a milestone celebrated from distance, as they all are now.
What else do you do to stay healthy? To live so long?
Drinking beer, I guess.
My great-grandfather's name is Victoriano Trujillo.
Are you excited for your 100th birthday?
Not really.
He's so funny. I just can't think about him without a smile on his face. My name is Janine Martinez, and my good news is that my great-grandfather turned 100 years old on March 25th, 2020. Even though his birthday was canceled,
Happy birthday!
we still got to put all of our videos together
Happy birthday.
and compile them into a big video for him to watch on his actual birthday, which he did.
I just wanted to say happy 100th birthday.
Happy birthday, Grandpa.
Happy 100th birthday.
Have a happy 100th, Grandpa.
Happy 100th birthday. I think you are a very amazing man.
So my Uncle Joe went on his actual birthday, delivered him his birthday cake, and played the video on his television because he had a smart TV.
Hi, Grandpa, it's Leah. I want to wish you a very happy 100th birthday.
Happy birthday, 100 years old? Wow.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday!
We love you.
Happy 100th birthday.
Well, I hope he felt loved on his 100th birthday.
All right. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
I just hope he felt
Happy
loved.
birthday, dear Grandpa. Happy birthday to you.
As a much-loved man. Vic is a World War II veteran, and he is a cancer survivor. He's always lived there in North Denver. Happy 100th birthday, Vic. What a good family, too. Every birthday is a milestone when you're a kid. Thayer did not celebrate his 7th birthday without friends last Sunday because his family surprised him with a parade of his friends down their street in Centennial. And I guess there are some benefits to a socially distanced birthday. You get to see your friends. Hopefully they dropped off gifts, but you get to keep all the cake for yourself. A homecoming for a new mom. Your feedback. And we'll go through again how you can directly ask a question of the governor on live television. Next. Colorado, you are making social distancing look easy, and we know that it is not. For instance, the greeting that Katerina Rothman got when she brought baby Sasha home from the hospital. Her neighbors in the cul-de-sac in Thornton covered the neighborhood in posters. They chalked her driveway with messages. Our favorite part of the homecoming might be the picture that baby Sasha's aunt took. It's a socially distant selfie with her new niece. Hey, another reminder that I will take your video questions directly to Governor Polis in a live statewide town hall next Tuesday at 7 p.m. You can submit your questions right now at 9news.com/townhall. And feedback tonight. Siobhan says, my husband doesn't think you broadcasters are streaming from your homes. We have a $100 bet going. He thinks you're using a green screen background. No, I'm not. My fireplace is right back here. This is my fireplace. See you next time.